Okay, Bridges here, and I'm going to walk through the operation of a Delco 2700 ETR radio. This radio was made in about 1983. 2700 refers to the metric volume of the radio, and ETR means electronically tuned receiver. I'll start this demonstration with the key in the off position and press the volume control knob. And this brings up the time on the clock and displays it for a few seconds. If I then turn the ignition switch to the on or accessory position, with the radio currently off, this brings the clock back up. And the clock will stay on as long as the radio is off and the ignition switch is in the accessory or run position. Turning the radio on and advancing the volume control brings the audio up, and the radio begins playing on the last station it was tuned to before it was turned off previously. You will notice that when it came on, the station frequency displayed for a little bit, and then it went back to the clock. To recall the station frequency that you're listening to, press the volume control knob again. The station frequency will come back up. To switch to the FM band, I'm currently listening to the AM band here, press the tuning knob. This will switch the radio to the AM band. Now, you can select a station to save in a preset, you can scan, and you can seek, and I'll show you how to do that. To scan the dial, this will play a few seconds of each station that the radio can tune in. Press the scan button. This light will come on and you will see the radio advance to the next available station.
Purchase a gift certificate for a 1-hour float session for
To cancel scan, simply press the button again and it will stay on whatever station it was on last. To enter that station into a preset, simply select the preset you want to add that station to, pull out on it, and release, and the station is now set in that preset. Seek will take you to the next available station from where you are at. You can alter the tonal balance of the audio with this knob, which is the left and right balance control. You can alter the front to back tonal balance of the speakers with this knob. Down is front and all the way up is rear, and in the middle would be equal of the two. I'm using this radio right now with just the front speaker, so I leave it set in the front position. There are also bass and treble controls. This slider gives bass boost when slid this way. It gives bass cut when slid this way. Likewise, the treble slider will give treble boost when slid to the right and treble cut when slid to the left. Now let's look at the operation of the cassette part of the radio. And I just turned the radio back off. I'm going to insert a cassette tape. Now, since this is an auto reverse deck, it does not matter which direction on the cassette you insert facing up. You can insert side 1 facing up or side 2 facing up. I'm going to insert side 1 facing up, and to play side 1 first, you would want it to play with the left playback arrow illuminated. I'm going to insert the cassette and push it all the way in. Then turn the receiver back on. Anytime a cassette tape is inserted in the receiver, it defaults to playback. You can manually reverse the direction of the tape motion by pressing the volume control. You can fast forward the tape depending on which direction the tape is playing by using the left and right fast keys. So since this is lit, this will be fast forward and this will be reverse. And when the tape is going this direction, this becomes fast forward and this becomes reverse. To stop the fast winding, you press the eject button. To eject the tape, you turn the receiver off, then press the eject button again, and then the tape comes out. These radios were made from about 1978 into the late 80s. I don't know when they started making the cassette versions. The earliest versions were AM/FM, just the receiver by itself, and 8 tracks were also available. And there were several other options available. And as far as I know, these will fit quite a wide variety of vehicles without any modifications to the dash. This radio is currently installed in a 1983 General Motors pickup truck, and the factory dash openings required no modifications at all to install this radio. And in fact, the bezel around the radio opening required no modifications either, neither did the sheet metal behind. I'm not sure what all years this will fit without modification, but I believe the 73 through 87 trucks will fit without modifications at all. And it is possible to shoehorn one of these into a 67-72 Chevy truck as well. Before I leave, I need to show you how to set the time, because that is an often asked question about these. And there's 3 operations you can do. You can set the hours by pulling out on the scan button. You can set the minutes by pulling out on the seek button. And you can 0 the seconds by pulling on the scan and seek buttons simultaneously and releasing. When you set the hours, you pull out on the button and hold it, and it will scroll through the hours. And when you get to the hour you want it to be set to, you release it. You do the same thing with the minutes. You pull out and hold it, and it will count up through the minutes, and you simply stop when it gets to the minute that you want to set it to. One other thing I should add that I forgot to point out is when using the scan or seek feature, when the tuner gets to the high end of the tuning dial, it will automatically revert back to the low end of the dial and repeat. So it will do that in a continuous loop as long as the scan light is pressed. And when using the seek function, if you keep pressing it and you get to the end of the band, it will roll back over to the beginning. Anyway, this is Oklahoma Bridges, and I hope you find this video of use. I think these are nice radios, and probably some of the nicest shaft mount, I should say, radios that GM ever made. Thanks for watching.